Tēnā koutou katoa. Ko pancha toku moana, ko haihua toku awa, no haina ho. Ke te whatu ora, mai taha Canterbury, a hoi mahi ana. Ko Zheng toku whānau, ko CC toku ingoa, no reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Hi everyone, I'm CC. What an honour it is to stand here today and witness you graduate from one of the finest universities in the world. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor, for this kind invitation. Thank you to my family, whose sacrifice shaped my life, and to my fiancé, Oliver, who reminds me every day to be braver, kinder, and more honest. But today is your transition, the day you stop preparing to live and start choosing how you live. And I want to share 3 personal stories with you and hope that somewhere in them it saves you a little time, a little pain, or a little regret. My first story is about suffering and how it can reveal your why. I grew up as a child of 2 immigrants who dreamed of a better life for their children. My parents were both doctors in China, but when they came here, their degree didn't count. My dad worked at McDonald's. My mum stayed at home. Birthdays were blowing out candles on a $3 Domino's pizza. My parents thought about money a lot. And as a child, it hurt in a way I didn't really have words for at that time. Many second-generation immigrants understand that weight. The feeling that your parents sacrificed so much that your life has to mean something. In year 12, I found out if you got good enough grades, you could get scholarships and reduce the cost of university. To me, it meant easing the burden my parents would otherwise carry. And that was the shift. My suffering became fuel, my guilt became purpose, and my parents' sacrifice became my reason. So when I was tired, when my friends were out and I was still studying, I kept going. Because in my mind, I wasn't doing it for me. And in 1 year, I went from being an average student to dux of my high school in academics and arts, and received tens of thousands of dollars in scholarships for university. And I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying it because I really believe this. Your why has to be bigger than your own comfort. If it's only about you, you will stop when it gets inconvenient. But when it's for people you love, for a community you care about, or a cause you believe in, the fire is so different. So if you have responsibility right now, don't resent it, use it. And if you don't yet have that reason, go and find something bigger than yourself. You'll be amazed by what you can carry, and therefore what you can achieve, when it's no longer just about you. My second story is about death. Working as a doctor, you become very intimate with the dying. I've spent months in oncology and hospice care. I've sat with people and told them they only have months left to live. It's funny how people start to live when they're told they're going to die. How the meaning of life becomes so clear when there is little time left. I've watched in the face of death, people's ego, expectation, fear of judgment fall away, leaving behind what mattered all along: their people, their whenua, and their dreams. My patients taught me that most people don't need more time. They need to live more honestly. We tell ourselves, I'll call my mum later. I'll travel once work settles down. I'll start that dream business when I'm ready. But tomorrow is not guaranteed. We all know that intellectually, but very few of us live like it's true. when I'm scared to take a risk or feel attached to something I've worked so hard for. I remember, what am I so afraid of losing when nothing in this world really belongs to me? You know, our titles, our possessions, our achievements, none of it comes with us. 100 years from now, almost no one will know your name or mine. So if you're holding yourself back because you're worried what people think, or you're wasting your life living someone else's dream, stop waiting for that perfect moment, because there isn't one. This moment is all you have, and this is your one life. Make sure it's actually yours. My third story is about your relationship with failure. I found the more I've achieved, the worse my imposter syndrome has become. You'd think achievement creates confidence, but sometimes it just raises the bar of what you think is acceptable. You've got to lower the bar. I believe every person's success is determined by their relationship with failure. If failure means humiliation, you'll avoid everything. If failure means information, growth, redirection, you're unstoppable. In medical school, I failed a midterm right before our big fifth year exams. Around the same time, there were some optional tests for students who wanted to push themselves. Usually, I'd be all over them, but I didn't sign up to any. Until my now fiance reminded me of my own principles. 1, winners are just losers who didn't give up, and they have failed more times than I have even tried. And 2, people call me lucky, but I put myself in enough situations to be found by luck. So I signed up. And interestingly, I won the award of the subject I thought I sucked at, and not in the one I thought I was good at. And I also ended up topping my year, in retrospect, probably due to the extra study that I did for those tests. And what stayed with me was not really the result, but the lesson. Embarrassment is the price of entry. Humility fosters growth, but imposter syndrome kills it. So when the next opportunity comes, say yes. You've earned your seat at the table. And if you become stuck between two paths, follow your heart. Because even when the brain is confused, usually your intuition has already told you. Everything after that is just your negotiation with your fear. So, those are my 3 stories, and I'll leave you with this. We live in a world of endless information, content, and advice. But it's not about how much you can get through. It's about how much can actually get through you. Because life's not what you've read. It's not even what you know. It's what you do with it, what you give. So embody this transition. Use your story, your joy, and your perspective, and go do something with it. Because the world doesn't just need more qualified people. It needs more people with courage, clarity, and heart. So congratulations again. May you build a life that is not just impressive, but truly your own. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.